For the next 10 minutes or so, we're going to look at Demon alongside of Maverick and Comet. It'll be a straight shot look, and we'll take the good with the bad. So let's take a for instance. A prospect comes into you and says, I've looked at Maverick and Comet. Both of them are a little less in price than your Demon. Is your Demon worth the difference? Well, is it? You live with it all day, every day. So what we say here may be too elementary for you, but it's not intended only for you. It's intended for your prospect, too. In fact, it's written from his or her point of view.
Well, is your Demon worth the difference? Tell us about engines first.
Well, right off, Demon's worth more. Its standard engine is 198 cubic inches and 125 horsepower. For Maverick and Comet, the standard is 170 cubic inches and 100 horsepower. And the Demon's worth more because its size, weight, and suspension make it more stable. The Demon weighs 2,930 pounds, over 300 pounds heavier than either of the Ford hotshots.
And you said size.
Yep. Maverick is not quite 180 inches long. That's 15 feet, son. Comet's about 2.5 inches longer, but Demon's 13 inches longer. And that little devil's wheelbase is 5 inches longer than either of the others. Length, wheelbase, and here's the big one. Demon's got torsion bar suspension. Both Maverick and Comet still have coil springs in front, and only 3-leaf springs in the rear.
All right. Don't get carried away.
Okay, more facts. Take height. Comet and Maverick are a shade taller than Demon. That's maybe a little plus for them. But Demon's about an inch wider on the outside than they are. Demon's front track is also about an inch wider than Comet, 2 inches wider than Maverick.
But the rear track winner is Comet, right? And Maverick and Demon are the same, about an inch smaller, right?
Okay, right you are. But let's see now how the better idea cars make out inside. Let's check hip room, shoulder room, headroom, and leg room. Hip room in front belongs to Demon again, by 3.5 inches. In the rear, it's Demon by over 10 inches. In shoulder room, the advantage, front and rear, is Demon's also, but slight.
The Fords win on front headroom, don't they?
Yes, but by a fraction of an inch, just the way Demon wins in rear headroom. Now, as to legroom, with the front seat pushed all the way back, Demon has more in front, and Comet and Maverick have more in back. But let's go on.
Oh, boy. I have a feeling that's the closest Comet and Maverick are going to get for the rest of the story. But he's telling it straight.
As long as we're looking at the interior, let's focus on the trim. That wood grain look of the instrument panel cluster is standard on Demon, not available on Comet or Maverick. And the instruments themselves? In Maverick and Comet, the ammeter and temperature indicator are only warning lights. In Demon, they're gauges. It's true, though, that Comet offers cigarette lighter, rear armrest, and rear ashtrays as standard. The armrests are standard in Maverick, too, but all three are optional in Demon. But Demon provides a more important rubber trunk mat as standard. It's not even offered with a Comet or Maverick.
Hey, there's no glove box in either Comet or Maverick, just a tray-like.
That's right. It's another of those standard Demon features, which are only available in Comet and Maverick at extra cost, or not at all. And here's another nice Dodge touch in the Demon at no extra charge. These very convenient seatbelt retractors. They're optional in Maverick and Comet.
We'll have to admit, too, that they're more important than we first thought, for 3 reasons. First, they keep belts neatly tucked away when not in use. Second, they make buckling up so easy, people are more encouraged to use the belts. And third, they give you an idea of the kinds of extras Dodge puts into all its cars.
Without a lot of fanfare. And speaking of extras, extra value, that is, look here at items like trunk space, passenger capacity, and fuel tank size. Trunk space. The Demon trunk is half again the size of the other two. And as I said before, there's a trunk mat in the Demon.
How come so much room? And convenient, too.
Seems Dodge's smart engineers found a way to hide the spare tire in the floor, completely out of the way and nicely covered, yet convenient to get at when you need it.
Tell me, how do you figure how many passengers a car will hold? How did you calculate 5 passengers for Demon and only 4 for Comet and Maverick?
As a matter of fact, the manufacturers tell us how many people their cars will reasonably carry by the number of seat belts they install. 5 in Demon, 4 in the others. Demon is superior in fuel tank capacity, too. Like most of the other measurements and standards, it all adds up to why Demon's worth more.
All right. You've compared sizes and capacities and powers and weights and comforts and conveniences. What else?
Oh, there's more. But I'll just give you a few before we wrap it up here. Take a look here at how these hoods stay open. The Demon's is counterbalanced, stays open by itself. Both the Comet and the Maverick need a prop rod to stay up. Extra values. Demon's worth more. And how about tires? The Demons and Comets are 645 by 14s. The Mavericks are little 645 by 13s. And as we mentioned very early on, the exclusive torsion bar suspension system, easier handling, better control, and unibody construction, quieter, stronger.
You were right. That is an impressive story. I'll say it too now. Demon's worth more.
A Demon buyer gets more power. The standard Demon 6-cylinder engine is 125 horsepower. Comets and Mavericks is 100. Besides, he can buy not only the optional 145 horsepower 6, but the 230 horsepower 8. In fact, if he wants to go to the Demon 340, he'll get a standard 8-cylinder engine that gives 275 horsepower. Comet does offer an 8 at 210 horsepower, 20 less than Demon, but Maverick does not.
That's more Demon power. What about stability and smooth, comfortable ride?
A Demon buyer gets more stability and comfort because the car itself and its wheelbase are longer and because of torsion bar suspension. A Demon buyer gets more room, too. More people room because Demon is wider inside than either of the others. More cargo carrying room. Because Demon's trunk is 50% larger than the others, with little refinements like a concealed spare and trunk mat.
I believe.
Hey, you didn't miss the winning cruncher number, did you?